Hello everybody and welcome to this full moon pick a card reading. So I've pre-shuffled and arranged 3 piles for you. On pile number 1 we have Rhodanite. There we go. On pile number 2 we have Charoite. On pile number 3 we have Chrysoprase. Okay, so I'll leave timestamps below for your pile selection, and we'll see you there, starting with pile 1. All right, welcome pile 1. You chose Rhodanite as your crystal and pile. A couple of notes about Rhodanite. It is helpful in sharing your unique gifts, helps you feel part of the community, connect to unconditional spiritual love, helps you ground love in the physical world, promotes healing, compassion, and forgiveness, nurturing self-worth, healing emotional wounds like shock, trauma, and panic attacks. Okay, so we're going to start with some oracle cards, and then I have 3 tarot cards for us. So first, the Rose Oracle, we have Morning Dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Okay, so I did mention in the intro, if you watched that, about we're coming up on an opportunity for a new beginning here with the vernal equinox, March 20th, followed by the new moon on the 21st. So in order to prepare yourself for this, it looks like she's bathing, cleansing, detoxifying, purifying. All of the elements of the full moon are supportive of that at this time, to take over the next 2 weeks to release that energy of old patterns or belief systems from your life. So fresh as the morning dew. And then we have the Mystical Wisdom Oracle, Epiphany, seek clarity. Okay, full moons often have a habit of bringing clarity as they illuminate things that were once hidden from us. So we could be seeing some of that in this reading. Also, she's got, looks like a ruby on her third eye. So that could be stimulated at this time or become active. And your archetype card, we have the riddle, number 53. Okay. And then our Queen of the Moon is protection. All right, so there's safety and security in your travels inward and outward at this time. Let's take a look at the riddle. All right, it is called the puzzle, the question, the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom from a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. When light, a great awakening or aha moment, and that kind of really does connect with the Epiphany card next to it, the Seek Clarity. And if you watch the intro, the tarot card representing this reading is the Seven of Wands, accompanied by the 2 major arcana, the Tower and Strength. So the Tower depicts a tower being struck by lightning, which can also be described as an epiphany. It causes a major shift. So it looks like in here you're trying to untangle this knot, this mystery of whatever is unseen in your life at this time. And it doesn't look like it's coming with force, but rather surrender. And in When Dark, it's manipulation, deceit, and trickery. Okay, who am I? The only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. So it almost feels like the tighter you pull at this knot, this mystery, the tighter it gets. So this is telling you to relax, surrender. There's the protection card there, so there's no need to fight or put up a wall. It's just a matter of relaxing and reflecting. The lunar nakshatra of this full moon is represented by the symbol of a hammock. It's meant to be a time of rest and relaxation, and it almost looks like this basket here could be similar to a hammock, just resting and releasing. So self-care could be very important at this time. All right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards that came out. First, we have the Two of Cups, the card of Venus. Okay. Well, this nakshatra is ruled by Venus. So this is Venus in Cancer to be specific. And it does, the fixed star associated with it is Mizar, the double star, with Mizar and Alcor representing husband and wife. So it could be this is what you're trying to solve a mystery about, a relationship or a pending relationship. Whether it's going to end in unification, or if you'll find your soulmate, your counterpart. Then we have the Three of Wands. Well, that is representative of the position of Sun in Aries. And this is whatever you cast out will come back to you. So maybe you have cast your intentions in a previous new moon. It could be coming in around the season of Aries. So that's when this epiphany or this light could be coming in to show you the way or show you your soulmate, your partner. It could be delivered to you at that time. And finally, we have Temperance. That's funny. Patience, right? Sagittarius energy. But this, again, could be somebody who you meet in an educational setting, a mentor, a friend that you didn't consider as more than a friend. But again, the two cups are being depicted here, silver and gold. Silver and gold. What does that? Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. So you're their number two and you're the number one, or vice versa. There's can't be one without the other. But in combining their forces, they create an entirely new element. It could be, again, with, this looks like an egg in a basket as well. With the closening and tightening of a relationship, this could be the mystery that you're trying to unravel if you might conceive with your current partner. This looks like you will, as an egg is being formed. A third element is being constructed, especially with the number 3 card here as well. Masculine, feminine, and child could be the energies that are culminating. So in preparation for this cleansing and clearing out of old energy might be what you're doing, preparing your body, or your partner's preparing their body to receive a third energy in creation. So this full moon is heavily centered around creation as well. And we're going to take a look at your astrology cards to accompany this. So what astrology is helping pile 1 at this time? There's even 3 knots here in the number 53. And 53 is the 16th prime number, connecting it back to the Tower card. The major arcana is 16. It's Mars. It's destruction. It's a masculine force. This is kind of telling you to surrender to any destructive force that's coming through your life. It's meant to clear and clean out anything that might have been getting in your way, helping you rise above past circumstance. Okay. And here we have square, challenging situation, and a mountain to climb. Yeah, that's what Mars is here to do, is to help conquer that mountain and see through to the goal. We have Pluto, transformation. So Pluto and Mars are the rulers of Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but it's the 8th house of sex, death, and transformation. It does rule the genitalia. So I'm getting a strong fertility vibe from you, pile 1, whether it be creating a physical human or creating a new life for yourself and your partner if you have one. Curiosity, intellect, and networking with Gemini, air sign. So Gemini and Sagittarius are on opposite sides of the wheel, but Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the magician. It's the power of the words to create. Abracadabra, as I speak, as I create. And then we have Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Okay, so this full moon's taking place at 23, almost 23 degrees Leo in the 3rd decan. So there's more information about that in the intro as well. But this is the 5th house of creativity and children. There's a spark, there's a flame ignited within you. And anything in Leo is being trined by the sun in Aries, if you have placements in Leo. So it's a harmonious, supportive trine of this transformative process. Okay, but Leo is having the courage, too, to push through the challenge of the square, seeing it through to the other side, knowing that you're protected along the way. but not to fight the riddle, but surrender to it. Okay, I want to draw one more. Cancer, the home and family, nurture, comfort, and protection. That's known as the mother card too. So again, some of you could be becoming mothers or getting support from a mother. And then we have Yang, proactivity, expression, and doing in forward motion. Okay, that connects with the Leo card as well. So I think after this period of the new moon, and once we get the start of the new astrological year, you're going to feel impassioned and empowered to launch forward with this idea. And then underneath we have Mars. So you're talking about Mars in the tower and destruction. Move forward and defend self. And also the Seven of Wands being the card is the position of Mars in Leo. And we have both symbols here. And that's the card representing this full moon. So it's fighting for what you believe in. It's defending your projects, whatever it is that you are dumping your energy into, this person, this relationship, this goal. There's something worth protecting here. And with the fourth house of home and family too, it could be related to, again, children or family, or and again, the home, the nest, protecting the egg. So whatever it is that you're creating, it's worth fighting for. Absolutely. Okay, let's see what your angels and ancestors can contribute to this reading. High Priest, intend and create. Okay, just a confirmation again of the masculine yang energy of using willpower to convert your reality into a new vision that you've had. With the Temperance card here, she had the vision, she had the patience and the discipline to see it through. She's connected to Source, as is the High Priest. And it makes me think of the Hierophant card too, number 5, Major Arcana, which is ruled by Taurus. That occurs, Taurus season is in the spring as well. And Taurus is also ruled by Venus, which is a part of this full moon. So, all right. Let's see what's underneath the deck. We have the Oracle. Wait for important information. Yeah. So I mentioned about surrendering to the riddle and not trying to press the issue, but it's again with patience here in the Temperance card. There's something that's being asked for you. It's not time to go yet, but you'll get a clear signal when it is time to move forward with that project, plan, or creation of yours. Okay. Let me get a couple making magic cards for us and then see if we can wrap this up. Okay, wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Yeah, well, with Mercury there, Gemini, the Magician, and the Will in play. Power symbols to create lucky serendipitous events. More creation, and Philosopher's Stone. That's transmuting lead into gold. Has to do with the alchemy being displayed there in the Temperance card as well. Powerful manifestations of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. All right, let's take a look at some angel cards for you to wrap this up. Transformation, there it is. And there's Pluto. So something is definitely changing in your relationship, in your current situation. Pluto is death and rebirth. Again, a destruction has to come through, and they're telling you to trust, let go, and believe in the process, because you are protected. No harm will come to you. Everything is meant for your highest good. There's patience again. It's a waiting game. If some of you are already pregnant and you're expecting a child, it might be, you awaiting the delivery of that child. Then we have tenderness. Yeah, be kind to yourself and everyone else right now, because again, what you put out there is coming back to you. We have integrity. Okay, that could be something you're defending too, your belief system. And that's going to maintain your integrity through this transformative process. And then we have intention. All right, like I said about manifestation, plant your intentions into the universal void, probably coming up here the 20th and 21st. That new beginning for you, and you will make your mark. You'll hit your target. All right, pile one, I hope you found this reading informative. If so, let me know in the comments below, and I wish you the best, and we'll see you at the vernal equinox new moon reading next time. Take care. Thanks. Bye. All right, welcome pile number two. You chose this lovely Charoite. It's deep purple stone with some black and white streaks running through it. All right, this stone is great for helping overcome fear, stimulating perception and observation, stimulating inner vision and spiritual insight. It works with violet ray energy, connecting you to higher spiritual realms, helps heal the pineal gland and the crown chakra. It works with the planet of Chiron, the wounded healer, and connects to the zodiac signs Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Now, this full moon in tropical astrology is also connected to Virgo, but it is the house of service to others. So it also helps with bonding and acceptance. And it helps you release old habits and relationships that are no longer serving you. Helps you improve your attention span and deepen meditation, enhance intuition, and again, helping you be of service to others in the collective. Okay, so let's see what your oracle cards have for you to begin with our Rose Oracle. Codes of the seeds, the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So this could be some of you discovering your talents, your gifts, abilities, what you are here, your purpose that you are serving to humanity. So you have the answers within you. It's written in your DNA. And let's see what we are giving birth to here. We have an animal bond, stand up for all animals as a general message, but I also see this as getting in touch with your animal instincts, your communication with spirit and higher self as they are a bunch of birds taking flight, getting closer to spirit and working with the air element. Could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. We also have the maiden, so some feminine energy here as the full moon is connected to Venus. So it's the first of the three phases of the divine feminine, the maiden, mother, and crone. Speaks of a time of fertility, newness as we come in. And also there's a symbol of a yoni here, and much like there is here in the codes of the seeds. So whatever seeds that you're planting in this new moon coming up are going to be birthed, or perhaps you planted seeds in a previous new moon and they could be coming to fruition at this time. So let's take a look and see what the maiden has to say. All right, the virgin, the princess, the innocent. The maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of maiden, mother, crone, and rightfully so, because she has oh so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted with curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. Okay. When light, curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality. When dark, pretends, projects, denies, and fantasizes. The suggestion to go deeper is looking into the myths of Persephone, Alice in Wonderland, or any princess figure. Do you long to be rescued by another, or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince. Break the spell of your own life. Moving from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. So perhaps that's why the birth symbolism is showing up twice. Some of you may be becoming mothers for the first time or healing the mother wound, accepting and stepping into a new role of responsibility, perhaps in that service to others. I mean, what more is a mother other than someone who does serve her children? So let's look into the Queen of the Moon Oracle here. We have boundaries. All right. So it looks like another womb. There's a lot of womb imagery also in pile one. I was feeling on the threshold of birth there. Well, we are in the spring, and that's typically when animals give birth to their young. So something is waiting to be birthed here, hatched like an egg. All these birds were born of eggs before they can take flight. You know, I think of a butterfly also pushing out of the cocoon. That's how it gains its strength. It can't fly. If you help it out of the cocoon, it'll die. So it has to fight its way out in order to survive. Let's see what the card says for us. Judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Well, part of the Charoite's properties are to help you release old habits and relationships. So this could be you putting up boundaries in order to protect yourself from falling into old habits. And that could be akin to putting a womb around yourself or an eggshell. And that's where you need to incubate alone without the interference of others' energy or influence, so that you're able to give birth to your new self, your new identity. The mantra here is I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. In times of sickness or say the presence of very strong emotions such as grief, we often naturally simplify. We cut out all the extras that are too hard and too complex at that time. We might not take up an invitation to an event we might have to work at attending. We might only watch a film we know uplifts us. We might only want to see or communicate with friends we know and trust to understand, love and support us, warts and all. We might only choose to spend the depth of our heart and time with a few people rather than many, and we become vastly sensitive to those we now discover take their unfair share of our energy. Okay, this could also be, again, healthy boundaries, part of a detoxification and cleansing process. The fixed star encourages that is associated with this full moon, or this nakshatra does, I should say. But go back and watch the intro if you want more information on that. But again, we're at a full moon. It's time to release. It's time to cleanse and purge, and maybe cut people off that have been either holding us back or we don't identify with anymore. Okay, let's take a look at our tarot cards. We have the Queen of Swords. Speaking of cutting people out, cutting the cord, cutting the umbilical cord. Energetic or etheric cords that you may still have connected to other people or your past. And then we have the High Priestess, more divine feminine wisdom. This could be downloads that you're receiving. There's her crown chakra being illuminated by the lunar energy as she steps on the crescent moon as well. She's receiving, again, this, I love the purple, the deep purple in this card is very resonant with this Charoite and the crown chakra activation. And there we have the Hermit, number 9. Okay, so some of you, this is a very important and potent time to cleanse, detoxify, and spend time alone. So the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, the 6th house of health. This could be for your mental and physical health, a releasing, cleansing that you might be considering, both personal, emotional, and physical. Okay, and that's going to help you receive more clear messages about your next direction in life, or your new understanding of purpose, self, and identity. Okay, let's get some astrology cards to support us here. We have House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Well, yeah, again, might be working on disconnecting from old relationships. Someone who did have a profound impact on you. House 7 associated with Libra, which is linked to the ruling planet Venus, which also has a strong influence on this full moon. And Uranus, the full moon is trining Uranus, radically change. So it's opening up a new doorway to the unexpected as you're taking a firm stance against past influences, bad habits. It's opening up a whole new doorway of opportunities and probably potential partners. Then we have House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So that could be Cancer as well, the House 4. And then we have the Sun, okay, ruled by Leo. This full moon is taking place in the 3rd decan of Leo, self-express and embody truth. So some of you could be literally coming out of your shell after this full moon, and after retreating or spending a lot of time in solitude, again with the eggs there, hatching a new you, a new identity, or just coming out of the shadows. refreshed, renewed, and ready to take on the world. There's the moon. So yeah, some of you might have strong Cancer placements, satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and other. Cancer coming up twice with the 4th house of home there. I mentioned some of you with a mother or mother wound, stepping into the role of mother, but that's being emphasized here again with the 4th house and the moon showing up. We have Saturn, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn how hard work and patience. Yeah, Saturn is our teacher, not our punisher. So all the lessons we learned from the downloads of the High Priestess, we learned how to make ourselves stronger. We learned how to wield this sword and defend ourselves when need be. It helps strengthen our boundaries. It helps strengthen our identity and help us shine this light out in the world that needs it so desperately right now. We couldn't have done that without adversity. And Jupiter, grow and expand. Yeah, it's time to come out of your shell, pile 2. And one more. Cardinal. Okay, yep. So a new season. Instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. That would be Aries. We're coming up on that spring equinox. So it's time to start a new direction, go a new direction, begin a new path. And I keep pulling cards out, I'm sorry, but the next one is Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. So you're not afraid to step out on your own, but you have a lot to offer the world. Okay, and then let's move on to see what your angels and ancestors have to say about this whole process. There is a definite emergence coming through. And then we have protection, guardian, drop your shields. There's a lot of protection, boundaries. I never quite understood this, protection, guardian, and drop your shields. They seem to as contradictory to one another, but here we have more winged imagery there. I'll read about that for us. Okay, it says, drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. You were born to shine, like the star and the lantern of the hermit. The protection guardian is a feminine version of Archangel Michael. She is a fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries an indestructible shield of power and protection and will come to all who call on her. She will help you drop your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe, but will allow your gifts to shine out, just like this clear bubble here, right? The light can get through there. Although she is here to guard you from lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequencies so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. Wow, there's a very empowering energy behind this full moon. You might be feeling energized by it, inspired to take this action forward. Again, releasing those fears or feeling stuck in any way. You have this real strong power in your hands as the Queen of Swords, that Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. We are still in the Sun in Aquarius, actually. That's what makes this full moon in Leo, is the opposite, the opposing Sun in Aquarius. So making judgment calls, decisions, and being confident in them as you move away from the past or those past thoughts. Okay, let's find some angel cards for you. One got stuck in the lid. Okay, abundance. That's great. So that's what awaits you on the other side, or there is an abundance of love and support surrounding you at this time. So although you may feel alone in the Hermit card, this is definitely reminding you that you're not. And then we have respect. Okay, respect for self as you see yourself, and acknowledge give yourself credit for everything that you've been through. And then we have peace coming through. So finding an inner peace, clarity, comfort within your own skin. part of the symbol of this nakshatra where the full moon is happening is a hammock. So it's encouraging rest, recovery, peace. And then we have clarity. Okay, well, that's coming through again from your guides through the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Clarity leads to confidence in your decision making and looking to the horizon for the dawn of a new day. That, wherever your current circumstance is, it's not the end. And then we have celebration. So celebrate who you are, where you've been on your journey, the strength that it's given you, and the blessings and abundance that are waiting for you on the other side of this journey. All right, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, let me know in the comments below. You can pick another pile at this time if you like. Otherwise, I'll see you in the new moon and vernal equinox reading later this month. Take care. Bye. All right, pile number 3. Welcome. You chose this beautiful Chrysoprase stone, which is connected to the planet Venus, which is the ruler of the signs Libra and Taurus. And Libra and Venus are linked to this full moon through the lunar nakshatra in which they reside. So this chrysoprase connects to the heart chakra, the sacral, and the solar plexus. It helps support positivity, compassion, and happiness. It encourages both male and female fertility, soothes heartache and loneliness, stimulates creativity, and prevents nightmares. It is also called the Stone of Courage, which connects it to Leo, the third decan where this full moon is happening. And also the card associated with this full moon is the Seven of Wands, and having the courage to defend and fight for what you believe in, or the courage to express yourself, depending on, let's see, where this message goes for you and what cards we get. So let's start off with your Rose Oracle. We have After the Rain, Silver Lining, Relief, Hope, Mercy, It's Over, Acceptance. All right, so it looks like you're ready to release something, and it's a perfect time to do that. The rain also purifies, cleanses, and refreshes the earth. It helps nourish it to bring new life to the surface. But yeah, I think there's a huge cleansing and washing away that's happening as this full moon wanes down to this new beginning we have on the 20th and 21st of this month. So your mystical wisdom oracle is face your fears, release the power of fear. Okay, well, that could be something that you're releasing. Absolutely. There's a silver lining for a hope for a new day, because just because things were a certain way or something didn't work out in the past doesn't mean that you have to be afraid of the future result. Okay. Then we have Venom, number 63. This is the archetype card here. Okay, so venom, I mean, that's a poison, right? Fear can be poisonous, but you don't get courage. What is that? Go back and watch the intro about the third decan of Leo, that courage is born out of fear, that it doesn't arise until there is adversity, until there is something to overcome. So let's read about the venom. Okay, remember we started this reading with After the Rain. It's over, accepting. So I feel again like this venom is something from the past. There's relief. There's an antidote from the poison. So the title of this card is The Poison, the Curse, the Toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon monoxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms in quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. When light, self-realization through suffering. When dark, unwillingness to find a solution or forgive. When you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike others, it is likely we have ourselves been struck. Break the cycle. Okay, and for those of you who are also part of the wolf pack, Jordan often talks about, the negative feedback loop. So if you're talking negatively about other people, or you're putting others down, putting that toxic energy out into the world, it will likely come back around and bite you. You're only harming yourself by putting that toxicity into the environment around you. So that could be maybe, well, looking into what is causing you to take those actions. This is telling you to break the cycle, release the power of your fear. What are you afraid of? Like, where's that negativity coming from? So maybe taking some time to do that soul searching, accepting whatever damage or poison was given to you in the past and deciding, no, I'm not going to be the one that perpetuates that anymore. And now let's take a look at our Queen of the Moon Oracle. Hey, Wolfpack. I'm betting a lot of you picked this card. So the Wolf Moon, hunger. That's a strong motivator there, number 29. And I believe the Wolf Moon is actually the full moon in January, but the fact that we're doing a full moon reading and a full moon card came up is pretty on point. So feed the good and hope within you. There will always be a lean part of the cycle. Prosperity will come. Do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely. I recognize all that I hunger for, is the mantra. An old and wise Cherokee of the First Nations of the United States is speaking to his grandson about life. The young boy asks his grandfather, it is said, "Grandfather, that everyone has two wolves within them. The first wolf gives darkness, despair, and hate and jealousy and sorrow. The second wolf gives light and hope and helpfulness and kindness. Yet, grandfather, I feel them fighting within me. What can I do?" "My small son, these two wolves will always fight, and they will fight within each person. You are no different," said the grandfather. "But," said the boy, "grandfather, which wolf will win?" And the grandfather answers, "Whichever wolf you feed." We must be careful about what we nourish and feed within us. If we give abundance to the aspects of the self that can harm others and ourselves when we cannot truly thrive. Having no limitations upon these behaviors and patterns hurts us and starves the higher and finer parts of ourselves that will bring us more happiness. To ripple that happiness to others is part of why we are on the planet as humans. So that goes and ties in with the venom cycle. So don't feed the negative wolf within you, because it's only going to be perpetuated. That's going to be the wolf that survives, that wins. Okay, so we must also recognize that in life, just because it is a cycle, there will always be a leaner, less abundant, or less bright times. Yet we have built our resilience and self-trust for times like this. And we know we are both loved and protected. The cycle will soon turn to less shadow and more bounty. The companion stone or metal is Amazonite, which is interesting because I almost selected that stone for one of these piles. I didn't have a definitive answer which one, but it's also very similar in color. You have this lovely aquamarine kind of greenish blue tinge. So it's very similar to the Chrysoprase, working with the heart chakra, moving from the head to the heart. Another thing that Waters Above says, we need to stop feeding that negative feedback loop, that illogical part of our mind that wants us to keep going into this negativity. It feels good for some reason to feed that wolf, but there's a much more rewarding pathway that we need to embrace at this time. And so a lot of us are being called to, again, purify, detox with the rain, and putting an end to the cycle. And now let's move on to our tarot cards. We have the King of Swords. All right, well, some of you might be coming from pile 2 because they had the Queen of Swords, and it had to do with cutting cords, etheric, energetic cords that might be holding us back, or this is just us receiving our authority of ourselves, taking control of our lives, putting an end to self-destructive or negative cycles. But this is us taking charge. And then we have the Four Wands. Okay, so this is the position of Venus in Aries. This is taking what we love and making it real. This is building the world that we want to see. Does it be the change you want to see in the world, that Gandhi said? But this is creating a more beautiful reality for ourselves, our loved ones. It's often called the marriage card or the manifestation card because it is an 1111. It's a portal. It's a doorway. So that's what is available to us at this time as we step into our power as the King of Swords, this Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And with the full moon in Leo, that makes the sun in Aquarius at this time still. All right, so and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Look at that. So foundations being laid in a new direction. There's even a circle, a ring of rocks down there, like a fire pit. But that to me, again, reminds me of a foundation. There's a giant castle in the background there, right? Built up high on the hill. And then you have this girl burying her coins, saving her or resources in order to secure a future for herself and her family. So instead of wasting your energy on the past or worrying about what other people are doing, or wasting your energy on them in lower vibrations and lower energies, this is where you should be investing your energy. And 4-4, you could be seeing a lot of repeating fours, but fours are dalit in Hebrew, the doorway. So this is your opportunity to walk through this no doorway, this portal of manifestation into bringing the reality that you envision as the King of Swords. That's the clarity that you have in your mind's eye of what you want to become your reality. Here she has the blindfold on. This is the energy of the past. This is, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. This is kind of like, if I don't see it, it's not real, or I don't have to look at that part of myself, but this is telling you to look. The full moon is illuminating it now. Where have your shortcomings been in the past? Where have you not been feeding the wolf of light and hope and helpfulness and kindness? All right, so let's move into that direction over here. All right, let's take a look at some of your astrology cards that can help us through this transition, this shift of perspective, opening your eyes. Okay, we have Neptune, yeah. So this is the card of Pisces, the ruler of Pisces. Dreams, the subconscious, spirituality, but it can also be the planet of illusion, dream and transcend. So again, with the blindfold being there, it's like you're getting this clarity in the King of Wands. They're taking the blindfold of ignorance off. Here we have cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Again, house 4, another 4 to add to our 444 now is coming through. The sun, self-express and embody truth. Yeah, that's what the King of Swords does. He embodies his truth unapologetically. And he has the authority to decide who he lets in and who he keeps out of his new reality. And the sun rules the solar plexus chakra, which is also part of this Chrysoprase, and it's the heart and the solar plexus. So living, strengthening the ego within. And then we have Uranus, radically change. Okay, so this could be a radical change for a lot of you. This full moon is making a harmonious trine aspect to Uranus, which is allowing, again, it's a doorway. Trines are doorways of opportunity for this transition to come into your life. And then we have house 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. Okay, so again, I did mention detoxing for some of you. It could actually be with the 4th house and home, cleaning out your house, do some spring cleaning. You're going to be amazed at how much lighter you feel just unburdening yourself from old relics and junk that is cluttering up your home. So that could help you. Also, some of you could be losing weight, or, and this is Pluto transformation. So you're in the midst of a huge shift, a huge transformation from the old ways into the new. Remember, because we started with it's over, acceptance. So something has ended. All right, underneath this deck we have Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. So yeah, there will be a huge release. And also, like, Uranus is also the planet of freedom too. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius along with Saturn, but it's that freedom to travel too, either within your mind or your spirit or even physically. But shifting from this poison mindset, from the venom, to this optimistic mindset is going to help set you free. All right, let's see what your angels and ancestors can share with us about this reading. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Absolutely. Take off the blindfold. That's the Aquarius, Gemini, Libra there too. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, some of you could be traders, could be trading those coins, right? But again, sharing your energy, like I said, about repurposing your energy, shifting it away from the lower vibrations of talking badly about others, and spend that time and energy on creating your own world, in exchanging that for your talents, your gifts, abilities, for an income, perhaps. Traders are often, seen as nomadic people as well. So again, with that Sagittarius energy, like a traveling salesman energy, I'm not saying that's what you are, but it's like you can take your gifts anywhere. This rules the 9th house of long distance travel. So you could be sharing, spreading your truths, sharing your gifts along great vast distances. Okay, so let's go ahead and, oh, I forgot to get some Making Magic cards, I think, for pile 2. Oh well, let's see what you get, pile 3. The sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Connecting with that Leo energy, we have the double sun now for you, pile 3. And after the rain, right? The sun comes out after the rain, and there's rainbows here. That's how you get rainbows. Need both. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. All right. So, yeah, by putting an end to that poisonous, toxic cycle, you're definitely attracting a new higher vibration group of people. Time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. So we have the sun, the shine. I just got that song Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd. And there's even a lyric in there that says shine like the sun. So that's awesome. Let that light shine, pile 3. You're amazing. Okay, you have so much to give and share with the world. And underneath we have a love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. You certainly will. Like I said, you're going to be surrounded by happy love, joyful, stable partnership, and love in all forms. Love charm, happy love. It doesn't always have to be just romantic, but spiritual as well. Okay, let's wrap this up with some angel cards for you. All right, resilience, yeah. Bouncing back, yeah, right? After being poisoned or being around toxic people, toxic habits. But this is you definitely making a recovery and launching yourself higher into the realms of energy. We have clarity. That came up for pile 2 as well with the Queen of Swords. But this King of Swords is helping you achieve clarity. Maybe it has to do with the detoxification too, or you're, again, taking off the blindfold, shifting your perspective and getting that. But it's part of the learning process. It's like you can look back and go, oh, how could I be so stupid? Why was I doing that? Of course I was shooting myself in the foot. But it's all part of the process. Expansiveness. There has to do with that Sagittarian energy too. Again, higher perspective, rising above the clouds, getting clarity, expanding consciousness, expanding connections with people, traveling. Authenticity, yeah, with the sun showing up twice, that solar plexus look shining bright from the center of that angel right there. Amazing. Finally, faith. All right. Yeah, have faith to let go of the old destructive patterns because there's something so much better waiting to catch you. There's a whole soul family of people that are waiting to welcome you into their tribe. That's why you have the house and home, house 4 there, 4 of wands and 4 of coins. All right, pile 3, this was an amazing reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know in the comments below, and hopefully we'll see you for the next new moon and vernal equinox reading on the 20th. Take care. Thanks. Bye.